What's up, nail geeks? I am back with Different Dimensions Tea Party Collection and St. Patrick's Day Duo. Due to the last week's shenanigans, this video is a bit late, but I'm here and I'm here to tell you guys these are fantastic. So let's dive right into the swatches. First up is the St. Patrick's Day Duo. These are 10 individual or 1750 as a duo. This is Keep Calm and Leprechaun, described as a white crelly with gold and green glitters in various shapes and sizes. So this is what I would describe as a stark white base. It's very lovely, really easy peasy, crelly-like formula. So it's got just a touch of squishiness like a jelly, but it's very smooth and creamy on application. For opacity, I'm going to suggest 2 coats on it. I did give my bottles a good shake before applying, especially those with glitters. And you can see here, I had no problems in terms of fishing or anything like that. Now this does dry down quite flat, so you're going to want to use a good glossy top coat to finish it off and give it that nice plump appearance. This self-levels very well, and even though it does apply just a touch more on the heavier side in terms of seeing that pond effect between your layers for the glitters, you still can see just a touch of them hiding, and then some of the other ones on your top layer peeking out a touch more. Really nice glitter mix here, and again on my full hand shot I am wearing a glossy top coat. And next is Shamrock and Roll. This is a full coverage glitter bomb with green and gold glitters in a variety of shapes and sizes. So this is so sparkly in person. I actually swatched it and then I was wearing it around my place for a little bit and I was just fascinated by how blingy it is. There's so much sparkle in person. Definitely one you want to see in person if you are a glitter lover like myself. Now for opacity, I'm going to suggest 2 coats, and I'm also going to suggest going in normally on your first coat, and then on your second coat, do the beading method or icing method as we've been calling it, and just kind of beat it up against your cuticles in the far back and then gently drag it out. And I think that's going to give you the best type of coverage, even wise and just full on opacity there. So the green glitters in this are a touch more heavy in terms of how they're going to lay down. So again, I think applying like this is going to be the best method for it. Now this is quite thirsty and it dries down a touch on the textured side. So I'm strongly going to suggest some type of glitter smoothing top coat underneath your glossy top coat just to prevent any texture. Again, this is so sparkly in person. I'm really starting to appreciate Different Dimensions full coverage glitters. And next we're going to go into the Tea Party collection. These are 10 each or 55 as a set. So this is Sweet Dreams Are Made of Teas. This is a dusty ballerina pink crelly with holographic micro flakes. So the full Tea Party collection is very neutral feeling. They all have this dusky sort of feel, and I was not expecting how much I fell in love with them, especially the neutrals, or rather the more neutral earthy tones in this set. The 3 of them are kind of close in terms of their color palette family to each other if you're curious, but I do think that they're different enough from each other and they offer a different type of undertone. I think almost like depending on your skin tone would depend on which one you would choose. So they're really nice, and I think that they offer a lot of versatility, especially for these neutral ones like this one, that I think they'll make fantastic bases for nail art. Now this is fully opaque for me at 2 coats, easy peasy formula, very creamy and smooth. And next is Try Your Best. This is a dusty taupe crelly with holographic micro flakes. This one was a surprise love for me. I have to say it's my top pick in the collection, which was pretty shocking in my opinion because I typically don't gravitate towards colors like this. But when I built it up, it was just something else. And I think it really popped well against my skin tone. So I'm very warm undertoned, and this has that cool toned taupe type feeling that I feel like it's got the perfect blend of a white undertone to it as well. But again, overall cool sort of feeling. Now the formula for this one is what I would consider the lightest out of the set. I think going in lightly at 3 coats is going to flatter it the best. Super self-leveling formula on this one too. Across the board, they're all wonderful. I think this was the only one that I took up to 3 coats. The others were perfect for me at 2 coats, but you can see going in just a touch lighter at that 3rd coat just helped really make it plump. And I really liked how the holographic microflakes in this are soft. They're of the smaller size, so it gives you just this really soft sort of twinkling effect. Again, I think this would be fantastic underneath some maybe black lace stamping or whatnot. And next is Steep Dreams. This is a dusty teal curly with holographic micro flakes. So this one is what I would consider not so much on the neutral side in comparison to the other 3 neutrals in this collection, but again, wonderful formula. These dry down semi-gloss, so honestly, I think any top coat is going to be perfect for them. No issues getting flakes out of the bottle, everything applied smooth and evenly. Just really wonderful. I, again, was not expecting how much I was going to like these. Maybe they're just this wonderful palette cleanser as we kind of transition a little bit towards another season. At least here in the South, it's been a bit of a nightmare with the weather, but we're slowly warming up. So I personally am looking forward to spring and nicer weather with nice outdoor activities. But I digress. So Steep Dreams, you can see here, second coat, really nice coverage. I did go in with my glossy top coat on my full hand shot. And next is Smells Like Tea Spirit. This is a smoky gray curly with holographic micro flakes. So continuing on with this dusty sort of theme, this one is quite cool toned once again, which is probably why I favored this collection so much. I typically gravitate towards cool tones just to kind of contrast against my undertones for my skin. This also has a very similar feeling to the other 5 in the set. Again, try your best. That lovely taupe was the only one I took to 3 coats. This was wonderful in terms of opacity. Now, I do feel like I went in just a touch heavier on the other ones. Full disclosure, Try Your Best was shipped out to me before our snowstorm, and our post offices were closed for the week, so I didn't get it until literally this last Saturday. So it could be because the bottle was cold when I swatched it in terms of why it felt just a touch lighter, but that's definitely a factor there. And next is Everything I Brew It For You. This is a dusty seafoam curly with holographic micro flakes. So it's really difficult to say that name without saying the lyrics with that iconic song. This also has a wonderful formula to it. I do agree with the official description. This is quite a bit of this dusty sort of seafoam. I do think in person, this leans with a heavier pale blue undertone to it. I really feel like it's got more of this heavier sort of blue as opposed to the description with a strong seafoam undertone. I do realize that a lot of people might interpret colors just a touch differently, but I'm definitely seeing quite a bit of a dusty blue in terms of this one, even when I have my nails away from the very bright lights. So again, 2 coats. Even though I went a touch heavier on the second coat here, you can see how it's self-leveling really well. Even if you're not a seasoned painter, I think these are very forgiving for their formula and how they'll just level themselves out. And last but not least, we have Your So Brew-Tiful. This is a dusty heather purple curly with holographic micro flakes. This is what I would consider the 3rd neutral in the set. So really lovely type of dusty, almost lavender type of feel with this. It does have these very slightest pink undertone to it. Again, I think this is just so flattering in person. I think depending on your skin tone, these are going to flatter you across the board. I personally found that the 3 neutrals were wonderful and I can't rave about them enough. So this is, again, I would consider a true heather purple. It's, again, got the slightest bit of that pink undertone going on with it. Wonderful formula here too. Absolutely fantastic, and no issues with the flakes or anything like that. Again, to repeat myself, I am wearing a glossy top coat on my full hand shot here. Now, the Tea Party collection and the St. Patrick's Day duo are both available currently in Different Dimensions shop. I will link that below for you guys. The duo is 10 individually or $17.50 as a duo, and the Tea Party collection you can get all 6 of the polishes for 10 each or $55 as a set. I'll also link you guys below to the Facebook fan group if you want to see additional swatches, all that good stuff. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.